All right, so we are working on climate, ICT4U. All right, so the first thing you want to do is look at the sheet and enter the information that they give you on the sheet. Just sit. If I could spell, it would work better. January. And then we enter the different values. And then our precipitation, 5.1, 2.9, 2.5. Okay, once I've got that entered, I'm going to use my cursor. I'm going to go between A and B and get the cursor with the two arrows on it, double click. Get the cursor with two arrows, double click. Get the cursor with two arrows, double click. Now it almost looks like what it's on the sheet, except I've got this problem with the number 2. It says 2. It doesn't say 2.0. So I'm going to left mouse click or select the cell. Then I'm going to right mouse click to get a short drop down list. I'm going to format the cells. I'm going to go to number, and I'm going to go to 1 decimal place. That way it's going to look the way the sheet wants it to look. Otherwise Excel truncates to the minimum number of decimals needed automatically. Okay, so now what I want to do is File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as Greer-Climate. That way I know who it belongs to. Okay. I'm going to go, that's steps 1 and 2. I'm going to go on to step 3. The next thing it wants us to do is insert 4 blank rows above the first row. Well, how do you do that? Well, what you want to do is highlight the first row by clicking on the number 1. Then drag down 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we've got the first 4 rows highlighted, but we've highlighted them on numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again, we're going to right mouse click, and we're going to insert. And it automatically inserts the 4 rows we're looking for. One of my favorite sayings when I'm working on Excel spreadsheets, especially when I'm programming, is save early, save often. So every time you've done a major step, go ahead and hit the save file. Okay? In cell A1, we're going to enter climactic certificates, or climactic statistics. For Atlanta, USA, and then we're going to say latitude, and that's 34 north, longitude, 87 west. Make the headings temperature and precipitation bold, centered, underlined, and size 14. There's 2 ways you can make it size 14. One is to use this drop down, and you can go and click on 14. The other one is just by retyping right over that and type 14. Adjust column width so the text can be read. Once again, I'm just going to do it this way. Did you underline on me? No, I italicized instead of. There we go. I hit italics instead of underline. Make the heading month bold, underlined, and size 14. So again, I'm going to go and make this 14. Highlight cells A6 to C22. I'm going to highlight here to C22. and format them to a font size of 12. Select cell A6 and use the autofill handle. So we're selecting the word January. The autofill handle is the little plus sign. Make sure it's in that bottom corner where the dot is. And just drag it. Press your left mouse button and drag it down to number 17. And you'll see the little box that says February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So you don't have to type all 12 months. It knows that January probably is followed by February, March, April, and so on. And it automatically fills it for you. Center all of the temperature and precipitation, so highlight them and press your center button. Change the main heading to Times New Roman, and you're going to highlight A, B, and C. So if you go up to where it says Calibri, change it to Times. If you type the word Times and just put a space in after it, it knows you're going to type New Roman. So you change it to Times New Roman with a font type size of 14. So change it again to 14. And then you're going to center across A, B, and C. The easiest way to do that, you can do it two different ways. The easiest way is by using this icon right here. And just click on it and it'll do that. The other way to do it is by using the Format Cells, Alignment, Merge Cells. And that'll do it as well, and then you just center. That's what that one button does. Format, alignment, and merge, and center, all at one little click. Then we're going to go down to B19. And what we're going to do is ask Excel what the maximum temperature is. How we do that is we put in a formula. We say equals, and we want the max, so we type max. We open parentheses, and we highlight what we want it to look for the max in. We close parentheses, press enter, and it brings back the number 91, because that's the biggest number in temperature. We also want the minimum, so we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to type equal min, open parentheses, go to December to January, close parentheses, and there it is. How do we find a range? It's the difference between the smallest and the largest, right? So we type equals, we go up here to the largest, minus the smallest, and then press enter. And it'll tell you the difference between the maximum and the minimum. The total precipitation would be what? The total of the precipitation column, right? So we're going to say equals sum. So we're going to tell it to add up these numbers in the precipitation column. And we're going to put a total there. And we're going to highlight that, center it. What else would look good? I think that's about it. What do they say here? Center your cells B19 to 322. Add your name as a header on the left of the page. So go to page layout, headings, show row and column headings. Where's my header? Where's my headers? It must be, they've changed it.
I think it's on page.
Here we go. Go to print titles, go header, footer, custom header, left, Barbara, Greer. Okay, that's my header at the left of the page. Say OK. Set the print area to include only the months and their temperature and precipitation figures. Months, temperature and precipitation figures. There's your print area. Save it. And you're done.